Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, depending on where you're joining us from. Welcome to the first YouTube Takeover session. My name is Josh Stephen Go, and I'm going to be anchoring this session. I would like to explain. I bet you're wondering what a YouTube Takeover session is. So, the YouTube Takeover session has an interesting backstory. It happened during one of our regular Sunday bootcamp sessions. Muna asked a question, and Coach Joy teasingly told her that Muna should be the one interviewing her. Muna was so excited, and she said, "Yes, I would love to do that." Shelomith was in on it too, and that's how this YouTube takeover session began. So, my name is Josh Stephen Go, and I'm going to be welcoming my co-hosts Muna Chimso and Shelomith. Good evening, Muna Chimso. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm great. Okay, so
Good evening, everybody, wherever you are.
Hi, Shelomith. How are you doing?
Good.
Okay, so now we'll be welcoming our very own Coach Joy so that we can start this YouTube takeover session. Good evening, Coach Joy. How are you doing?
Good. Hi, guys. Good to have you here. Hi. I'm so excited to be here.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I was born ready. Hi, Josh. Hi, Muna. Hi, Shelomith. And yes, the day is here. And I'm here in the hot seats. Yes, guys.
Okay, Shelomith.
Go back.
What did it feel like on the TEDx stage?
Oh, you didn't take any time there. What did it feel like on the TEDx stage? Whew, it felt like a hot seat, much like what I'm experiencing right now. But apart from that, it felt beautiful. I felt like I was born ready for this. I felt like even though I'd just gotten less than 3 days notice to speak up and stand on the red dot, it just felt like I had prepared for this all my life. I felt ready. Yes, a little bit scared. Yes, guys, a little bit scared, but I felt like I was ready. I had prepared for this all my life, especially in the last 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Have you always been this bold growing up?
Whew. Have I always been this bold? No. No, I've not always been this bold growing up. Boldness is something that I learned along the way. Boldness is who I became doing the things that I do. I became this bold person, teaching children to speak with boldness. You know, there's something a wise man said. He said, if you want to be good at something, right? If you want to be good at something, teach it. If you want to be great at something, just teach somebody about the thing. And yes, you become bold and confident in that thing that you do. So yes, I was not always this bold. I became bold doing the things that I do.
What inspired you to be a first big teacher?
What inspired me to become a prospect teacher or to even start the academy in the first place? Okay, so a long time ago, let's say like 7 or so years ago, I decided that there was something missing in my life that I needed to add, right? So I'd worked in the banking sector for like 18 years. Yes, and I resigned this year, praise God. I'd worked in the banking sector for a while and I just realized that there was something I needed to do. There was something missing and I needed to just find that thing. There was sort of like a missing link. So I started to improve my public speaking. That's the one thing that I did. I got on, many of you may not know this, but the Toastmasters International, I decided to improve my public speaking skills. I went there every day. And for every meeting, I showed up and I spoke up. And it's interesting how just becoming good at public speaking tends to like improve every part of your life. So it was just something I was doing just to not feel stuck at that point in my life. But it was interesting how I got clarity, how I became more confident, how I became bolder, and how I just embraced my life and embraced learning a lot of new things that period. And it just made me a better person. So, yes, I have not always been this bold, but I became bold doing the things that I do. So growing up, I was not one of those children like Shelomith, right? Like Muna Chisom or even Josh. No, I wasn't like any of you. I wish that I have the opportunities that you guys have these days, right? So growing up, I like to stay in the back of the class, just making noise and disturbing all the people that we used to call efikos. Now, efiko I think is a Yoruba word that means people that are just too smart and just want to be heard, who just want to be, or even if they don't know the answers, their hands are up, the teachers love them. But no, we will just sit at the back and disturb the peace of the entire class. Yes, so I was bold in the area of making noise in the class and distracting everybody else. But sincerely, guys, I wish I had the opportunity that you guys have now. You know, the world that is just open to you and having people in your life who just tell you your voice matters and help you hone every skill that you're interested in. I wish I had that.
Thank you for answering that question. So you grew bold by doing things that you do, like speaking, doing all that kind of stuff. That's how you grew your confidence?
Yes.
Okay, that's nice. Shelomith, do you have anything to add?
Coach Joy, you sound a little bit like me. So I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit of one of your child stories growing up.
Okay, so this is a story I share in the boot camp most of the time, and I put it on my timeline on Instagram as well. It's about a time that I climbed a mango tree, and dogs. It's a story I love to share, right? It's a funny one. I really, really love mangoes. Okay, that's like the king of all fruits for me. So there was this that I love to climb mango trees. I love to climb mango trees and I love eating mangoes. And so there was this time I grew up in the university quarters, right? Bayero University in Kano. And so there was this time I climbed on a mango tree in a particular professor's compound and his dogs came for me. It's an experience I would live to remember. And so I made it into a story, and maybe just one day I'll be able to share it, maybe as a speech. What do you think?
Yeah, I do.
And so till today, right, I cannot tell you specifically how I got off that mango tree, but all I can tell you is that that was the day I almost died, right? I almost died. I almost got missing because I think I slept for a bit on that mango tree, just hoping that those growling dogs underneath the tree were just going to leave. So yes, that's one of my favorite childhood stories.
Thank you, Coach Joy. That sounds really, really fun. I would love to try that.
You love to try what? Don't do it. Don't do this at home. Okay, so yes. Any more questions for me? Because this seat is not hot enough. I can't feel any fire.
Okay. Coach Joy.
Yes.
What was your most embarrassing moment as a as a Speak to Inspire teacher?
Most embarrassing moment. Most embarrassing moment. Okay, so a lot of people don't know this, but I also anchor events. So I'm an MC. I anchor events. Some few years ago, I was anchoring a program, and just when I got to the venue, I heard a sound. I'm going to make that sound, and maybe one of you is going to guess. Take a wild guess and just tell me what it sounds like. I heard a sound. Shelomith.
Was it the sound of telling you that's time to go in?
No, it was the sound of my dress.
Oh, I knew it.
Giving way. Yes, I was putting on a long dress, and part of the dress got torn.
I can't hear.
No, and it was almost time for the event. So I looked around the area. It was in Wusetu, somewhere in Abuja. I looked around the area. I was looking for where to mend the dress. I didn't find it. Meanwhile, so everyone that knows me knows I love heels. So I was wearing one of those lovely, very high, 4-inch high heel. And so I decided to look around and just see maybe if I could find a tailor. It was on a Sunday. So not many people were out because, of course, most people don't come out to their workplaces on Sundays. So I looked around and I didn't find any. So what did I do? I got a scissors because it was at the lower part of my dress. Shelomith, you will understand this as a fashionista. I got a scissors from the car. So I had a scissors in the car and I just took out the lower part of my dress because nothing was going to stop me from showing up for that event. And so I took up the entire lower part of that dress.
Make it a mini.
So it was much like impromptu speaking, right? That we learn in the academy. Impromptu, you're faced with a situation and you need to do something. What are you going to do? Are you going to run away or are you going to show up, speak up, and stand out? So I took up the lower part of that dress, and guess how many people after that event told me, "Oh, I absolutely love your dress. Oh, I love your dress. Your dress is so lovely. My dress is what?
Lovely.
So yes, that was one of the most, it was supposed to be an embarrassing time. However, I turned it around, much like you do with impromptu speaking. So yes, that was it for me.
That must have been very embarrassing.
Yes, please.
I really loved that. It just felt like I couldn't hear the end, and that was going to be so embarrassing. But you turned it around. Coach Joe, now this is a challenge for you. I have something that I want you to share. Like, it's basically impromptu speaking. And I'm giving you 2 minutes to do that.
Okay. All right.
So, it's almost going to turn to 1 minute. What was your favorite food to eat?
Favorite?
Food.
Rice. Give me rice. Any day, anytime.
Why?
Oh my God, you want to hear that story? Okay, so growing up, we only had rice on Sundays. So I decided that when I become an adult, I'm going to make so much money that I eat rice anytime that I like. So it's my trauma food. That's what my son will say. So yes, we only had rice on Sundays, and I wanted rice anytime I wanted rice. I practically wanted to eat rice every day. But no, we didn't have that. So now I just love to eat my rice any day, anytime. And just give me rice with anything, with beans, with salad, with moi moi, with whatever. As long as there's rice, I'm ready to go.
What what's your
Thank you.
favorite kind of rice?
What?
Do you have any specific favorite kind of rice?
No, rice. Fried rice. Okay, I
I
really,
love
really love.
rice.
I love vegetable rice. So I call it vegetable rice because it's not one of those delicacies that you just have a few vegetables. I love a lot of vegetables in my rice.
That reminds me of my brother.
Ah!
Thank you, Coach Joy. Those answers
Thank you
were
so much.
amazing. And now we find the truth to all of the questions we've answered you. But now, sorry, it's time to head over to amazing Muna Chisom.
Okay, Muna, you can take it on from here.
Okay. So, Miss Joy, what is the GIFT and how can we use it?
What is the GIFT? Okay, so the GIFT is an acronym that I shared on my TEDx talk a couple of weeks back. So the topic for that talk was the gift, right? The gift that every child deserves. So the gift that every child deserves is public speaking. That's what I captured, right? As a gift that every child deserves. Every child deserves to be told that their voice is very important. Their voice matters and their voice deserves to be heard. So the GIFT is for growth. So for every time, and I'm sure that you guys will attest to this, improving your public speaking. So can I turn the tables? Am I allowed to turn the tables? So for you have learned to, over the last couple of months in the SpeakOut Bootcamp, for 5 months now, almost 6
Yeah.
months, right? Each of you have learned public speaking skills, right, professionally, so to speak, in the academy. So what has he done for you? How have you grown? So for me, every child that is given the gift of public speaking will grow. And this growth will affect every aspect of your life. So for that, I'm going to throw this question back to you, my moderators, amazing bootcampers. How have you grown in the last couple of months? Josh, you want to take it first?
Sure. So I have grown from being like a person who doesn't enjoy speaking in front of people to this is like my second time in this 5 month period that I've done like moderated like a session. So I've grown more confident and I'm learning to do stuff better. That kind. So public speaking has helped me become more confident and grow my self-esteem.
Awesome. Shelomith, beautiful.
So mine is I've grown, but not in a way to build my confidence, because even before I joined the public speaking class, I was always wanted to be at the front, always loved making speeches in front of people. But how I've grown is that when I make the speeches before, I used to stammer a lot because I was so scared. My heart
Yeah.
was always pounding. But ever since then, like for now, when I'm making a speech, like I feel so calm, and I am able to use the prep to help me do my speeches to make them 100 times better. Over to Muna.
So, I've grown from me being like, oh no, I can't go on the stage. What if I mess up? To now being like, can I take the stage? Can I please do it?
Can I take the stage? Can I please do it? And that's why we're actually here, Mona, because yes, you always want to take the stage. And I'm so, so proud of each and every one of you for how you have grown. So proud of you. So you can see that gift was not that acronym gift was not just born out of my own imagination, but out of the facts that I've seen working with you guys this last couple of months. I've seen you grow. And it's just amazing the things that children can do when they learn the art of public speaking. So that is G. And so I'm going to take this gift round and we're going to unwrap it, every single one of us. So the next one is impact. I is for impact. So we've talked about G, which is for growth. So I is for impact. I believe that every child that finds that their voice matter and they're able to wield the power in their voice, because like I always share, your voice is your superpower. So once you're able to wield the power in your voice, you do impact. And guess what? That's exactly what you're doing here right now. And someone amongst you, yes, Shelomith, has spoken on the Speak to Inspire stage. Josh, I saw your beautiful rendition of a play your mommy shared with me privately. Amuna Chisom, I've seen you make impact on all aspects. And that's why I'm so proud that you're doing the interview here. And that confidence that you exude is what I see, right? Every time I hear you speak. So this is impact now. How have you made impact since learning how to speak in public? How have each of you made impact in the life of others and in your own life, especially in the life of people around you? Can you share? Shelomith, take it away. Then we'll go to Mona, then Josh this time.
Coach Joy, it's like you read my mind. I was just about to ask, should I go first?
Go
Okay.
first.
How it has impacted people around me is that they've seen the how I'm growing in my public speaking. They've been helping me to get better, and I'm also teaching my sister how to speak in front of crowds, because sometimes so what I do is that if I see somebody, I'll go ask her. I'll tell her to go ask them if they can play with her, to build her. Sometimes she turns back at me and says, "Watch me," and or sometimes she just runs back to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Shelby. That was good. Muna?
So how I've impact is I've been I've been on the stage couple of times. I go to a choir, so they have like big choir sessions, and um I've been on the stage with them, and sometimes I do a solo for sometimes Christmas carols. That's all. Thank you.
Beautiful, Muna. Josh?
I think that I've made impact because before I started attending the boot camp, I used to be quiet and I didn't like speaking to people. But now I go up to people to help them. I help them do their stuff if they ask me to. I'm more confident. I in class do stuff in front of people. So that's it.
For me, that's impact. That's impact. And guess what? Just showing up here tonight, doing this YouTube takeover, that's impact. And for years to come, it's going to be recorded in the sands of time. The internet never forgets, and you're already doing impact. And I cannot wait. Some of you are going to be speaking on the Speak to Inspire stage, and I can't wait to see what you make of that. So yes, G is for what?
Growth.
Growth.
I is for what?
Impact.
And then we go to freedom. That is F. Freedom. There's a freedom that you feel, a liberating gift that you get from just being able to express yourself as a child. From just being able to share your ideas, from being able to share your ideas with the world, your opinion, from being able to communicate assertively, for being able to ward off bullies. Guess what? Nobody will bully you when they know that you're able to express yourself, you're able to speak out when you... True or false, guys? There is no bully that would bully anyone who is able to speak out. That's the truth. So there's a freedom that you feel. There's this liberty that you feel for just being able to share your ideas and your thoughts and your values and your gifts, your talents with others. You just feel free.
Coach Joy?
Yes, please.
Before you go on to T, I want to guess what it is. Talent.
What?
Is number T is letter T talent for the acronym?
Nope. Nope. But let's finish talking about F. So tell me, how do you feel when you're able to express your ideas, when you're able to share your ideas with the world? How do you feel? So the world can hear it. How do you feel, Josh, Muna, Shelomith? How do you feel? So it doesn't look like this, my gift acronym that I created was just for fun. How do you feel?
Sometimes I feel like nervous sometimes, but then when I speak and I'm doing it, I feel better and better, and I feel like, oh, I'm not. It's not actually that bad. I can actually do this and succeed in it.
I sometimes feel scared, but most of the time I feel bold because, as I told you before the Speak to Spy, I always wanted to be at the front of the stage. Sometimes I can feel nervous because I know that some people won't want to listen to me.
Yeah.
Especially because I'm young. But as I said in the
Yes.
video I did on YouTube, don't let anyone look down on you because you're young, but instead set an example for believers.
So for me, Shelomith, that's beautiful. Muna, you want to say something before I continue?
Yes. So I feel like brave and I feel like I could do anything with freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
I feel scared or nervous because I I don't know if people might think I'm sounding silly or they don't think what I'm saying is, you know.
Okay, so yes, each of you have spoken well. Now there's a lot of children out there who will be unable to do the things that you do right now. But you are moving in spite of the fear. Yes, sometimes you're scared. Guess what? Even the best public speakers, right, feel a little nervous before they speak. Because why? Everyone cares about how others view them when they speak in public. Or are they going to listen to me? Or are they going to think I'm silly, like Mona Chisom said? But when you feel liberating, right? It gives you this liberating feeling when you're able to confront your fears and move ahead in spite of it. So, fear, someone said that courage is not the absence of fear, it's moving on in spite of it. So, there is this feeling that you have, knowing that people will listen to you. They will listen to you. And guess what? Sometimes when you're even nervous, you're the only one that knows you're nervous. The people listening to you will probably do not know you're nervous unless you're physically shaking or you say, oh, I can't do this. Or you turn and run. So let me tell you a story. I told you how I began honing my public speaking skills, right? So there was this one time, nobody should hear this, right? It's just for your ears only. So there was this one time I was going to speak on a stage in company of some other people. So right before I got on the stage, a young lady got on that stage. She had rehearsed, so it was a prepared speech. She had rehearsed and she was ready. Guess what? As soon as she got on the stage, she froze. She froze and didn't say a word. About 2 horrifying minutes later, she turned around and ran out of the hall.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No way.
That must have been her most embarrassing time.
I am certain.
Must have been scary.
Very.
If that was me, um
Yes.
I don't know. I might do it but I'll be scared too. But I'll still go and I'll finish off great and
So so
then run
so
away.
that is liberating. So being bold in spite of fear is a liberating feeling. And at the end of the day, You get better because you try. So in the Speak Out Bootcamp, I say show up, stand tall, and speak out. Do not be afraid because fear keeps you limited. And fear is not of God, people, because God has given us a sound mind.
Mind.
Sound mind. So, yes, you feel free when you're able to express yourself and speak boldly and clearly, even though you're nervous. Number 4, which is T and final, right? Is transformation. What is transformation? Transformation means change. Change.
Change.
So public speaking literally takes you from the caterpillar to a butterfly. It takes you from a caterpillar straight to a butterfly.
From less confident to confident.
From less confident to confident. Let's do this. From fearful to bold. Unapologetically so. From shying away from the front to asking for a seat on the table. And even if nobody gives you a seat on the table, you ask them to move and fix your chair right on that table, taking up spaces in the place that you should be afraid of. Showing up on a YouTube live and taking over. And now I'm taking over for you guys and you didn't even know.
I like the sass. I will agree on the sassiness.
You see? And so when you're able to take charge of the world, when you're able to speak, there is a transformation that happens. There is a change. There is a shift. Even in the eyes of others, they're looking at you and they're, my God, look at Shelomith. My God. And because you are transformed, because you have changed, so someone said, a wise person said, be the change that you want to see. Be the change that you want to see, right? And so when you are changed, others want to be like you. You inspire. You inspire. Yes, Josh.
When you change into a good thing, people will want to be like you, and then more people will change as well.
Thank you. That's it.
I heard the thing where you hate it, you change it, and you make it better.
Yes. When you hate it, you change it and you make it better. I love that. Muna?
It's like from being scared, hiding in your turtle shell, and to being that person that's always outgoing, always speaking.
I like it. I like it. So GIFT. G for growth.
Growth.
I is for
Impact.
who you become. I is for who you become when you get that gift. You make impact. You become a person of impact. You become an inspiring individual, an inspiring child. Freedom is that feeling that you have because you can speak, because you are either not afraid or, in spite of the fear, you move. And then T is that person that you become finally, the butterfly who inspires change, who becomes the change that they want to see just because you improved your public speaking. The interesting fact about improving your public speaking skills is the fact that it affects all aspects of your life, all aspects. And so, yes, Muna Chisholm, for your question, it was a long one, but yes, that's my very long answer for the acronym GIFT, a gift that every child deserves.
Excuse me, Coach Joy. I was
Yes,
going
please.
to say that there are some people that even though you build your public speaking, that they'll still be getting on you. Like how some people in my school, no matter what I do, they won't stop picking on me.
I think that people try to criticize or look down on what they do not understand, right? And just because they don't understand it doesn't invalidate it, right? And sometimes you also have to feel sorry for these people because instead of improving themselves, they're busy castigating you or saying, picking on you because they like what they see, but it's negative admiration. You remember what I told you about that kind of admiration? They admire you, but it's negative.
Jealous.
You inspire them. Yes, you inspire them, but they're jealous.
You
Right? So it's
inspire them, but they don't
just
want
feel
to make.
sorry. Yeah, just feel sorry for them, okay? Just
Yeah.
feel sorry for them because you're doing well, you're showing up, you're not afraid to speak up and and stand for others and yourself. So they're just picking on you because they're jealous. It's just negative admiration. Guess what? Maybe 8-year-old me will pick on you. Haha. Shelomith, who do you think that you are?
I'll tell you who I am. I am Shelomith Abdullahi, CEO, future CEO of Shelomith Fashion Academy.
Tell them, baby, tell them. Yes.
Nina, have you finished asking Coach Joe your questions? Because I am so excited for the rapid fire round.
Okay, I'm excited too. My goodness.
So I love the story, the long story about how we could use the the gift, and
Mm-hmm.
it really inspired me. And there's one more question I want to ask until the question that we have all been waiting for. What
Mm-hmm.
advice do you have for children who feel unheard?
What advice do I have for children who feel unheard? Feel unheard from the entire world or just maybe their mates?
They think that nobody listens to them or that nobody really cares. Like, what advice will you give to those people?
Yeah, that
I
nobody's them.
Okay, so Shelomith just mentioned now that some people keep picking on her, right? And I mentioned that is probably negative admiration, right? So they admire you, but they want to shut you down. Keep speaking, don't stop. Keep speaking.
Keep
For
speaking.
that child that feels like nobody listens to them, keep speaking, keep showing up. Don't let them tell you what you can or cannot do. Yes, don't let them do that. Don't let anybody tell you Shalom's favorite Bible verse. Don't let anybody tell you you're just a child. And so
You
when you
told
keep
them to.
speaking, they will be forced to listen. And
Yeah,
yes, the world will stand still if you keep speaking.
you need
Imagine someone told Malala to stop speaking, and they tried all their best to stop her from doing the things that she did, but she continued anyway. Just imagine someone put Mandela in prison and told him to stop speaking, to stop helping others. He kept at it, and look what he did for South Africa. Look how he
I
came out and became the president.
I agree with you, Coach Joy.
Yeah.
Some
Okay.
people some people just don't get the right support.
Yeah.
If everybody had the opportunity to go to the Speak Out Bootcamp, then there probably wouldn't be many people who weren't heard or people who are unheard.
So for Josh, that was nice. So yes, I just pray that for a child that feels unheard, that at least their parents listen to them. So just find those ears that care. So I call it ears that care. So your parents, your friends, the ones that actually listen to you when you speak, let them be the people around you. Let them be the people in your environment. And so just keep speaking no matter what. Don't let anybody shut you down. Another thing you can do is you write. You can journal how you feel. You can journal the things that you want to say to others. You could start maybe a YouTube channel if you can. And then, yes, there are many people who want to listen to podcasts and listen to you on YouTube or on TikTok. But by all means, do not stop speaking. Do not stop speaking. Keep showing up and keep speaking. Get enrolled in the academy. And yes, we have an environment that is ready to support you, to listen to listen to all the ideas that even seem silly, to listen to whatever it is you want to share with the world. You can begin from that place. You can begin from the Prospect Life Academy. And we're ready to help you hone this skill, and ensure that, yes, the world listens and stands still when you speak.
Thank you, Coach
Thank you,
Joy.
Coach Joy.
That
So
was
we're
beautiful.
going to be moving on to the rapid fire segment.
segment.
So we'll each take turns asking you like a short answer question, and then we'll continue from there. So I'll go first, then Shelomith can go next, and then Muna can go. Okay, so what were your favorite hobbies as a child?
Favorite hobbies. Okay, so maybe making hair.
Making hair?
Yes, making other people's hair. So interesting story. Is this supposed to be rapid, or I can tell my stories? Can I just please, can I just tell this one story? Just this one
Just one
story.
story.
Let's
Just
you
one.
off.
Just one story. Please, guys,
One
please.
story.
My
Just
voice
one.
matters. You need to listen to my voice.
Okay,
Just
one.
this one story.
Just
Okay.
one.
So I love to work with my hands. So a lot of my hobbies were around working with my hands. So I was very much interested in beauty, helping, doing makeup, doing hair, doing nails, and all of that. So growing up, my secondary school days, right? I love to make hair. Unfortunately, my friends didn't know how to make hair. So I'll make all their hairs, they'll look good, and I'll be the odd one out. It was a very painful time. Very painful.
Oh, that must have been very sad. But did you
Yes.
make them pay you for it? Did you get
What?
paid? Did you get paid?
Did I get paid? It was free, Josh. It was
Hey!
free.
Actually, I would love you to do my nails, but I can't understand how you take things from people for free. I would not have done that. All that stress and work just for being free, and then me having to suffer that pain. No.
Not worth it.
I was being a good friend.
Okay, let me ask you now. Coach Joy, what
Yes,
was your
please.
biggest dream that you've had?
Biggest dreams. Growing the biggest dream, growing the Prospect Life Academy into a global movement, raising the next generation of speakers, children who speak, who lead, who inspire change, who just make impact in every sphere of life. And it would just be great watching each and every one of those children and saying, "Oh my God, that's Shelomith." And she said it. Said she was going to be the CEO of the Shelomith Fashion House, right? And I'll just say, "Oh, that's Josh. That Josh is the president of Josh International Conglomerate." And yes, Josh is someone that began with us at Prospect Life Academy. So I just want to be able to raise a generation of children who do not just speak with boldness, with confidence, and with clarity, but also lead and inspire change. That is probably the biggest dream that I have. And I know that is coming true every single day.
Okay, thank you for that. But yes, Muna Chisholm, you came at the perfect
Oh
time.
no, I'm good. Oh, so what was your favorite childhood snack?
Favorite childhood snack? I don't remember, but of course I remember fruit. I don't remember my favorite childhood snack. Maybe sweets. Okay, so I used to be a really, really sweet tooth. So maybe sweets, cookies, biscuits.
Yeah.
Yes. Cookies, biscuits. Certainly, yes.
I love anything that is sweet and has sugar in it. It's like perfect for a snack.
Mentos.
Mentos. Okay, so maybe peppermint. You guys will not know what that is.
I
Nah.
do.
Yeah, well,
No, you don't know peppermint.
I
There's
do.
no way you know peppermint. Just ask your parents.
sure.
Yes.
Okay, so my question. Um, what was your personality type as a child?
Well, my personality as an adult. So a lot of people don't know. A lot of people think maybe because of the things that I do, they think I'm very sanguine, but I'm not. I'm very melancholy.
Melan-
Yes, and then choleric,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yes. So yeah, melancholy. I love my teens organized. I love organized places. I hate dirty places. I love to clean my environment. I love a clean and organized environment. It helps me, it centers me and helps me think and create. So yes.
I'm almost kind of like the opposite. I'm more of a phlegmatic, and I personally don't enjoy tidying up my space at all.
Same.
Okay, that's you, my son.
I'll tidy it up if it's like really, really dirty, but if I can like deal with it, I'll leave it for another day.
Yeah.
That's you and Daniel. Okay. And his flag too. Yes. Rapid questions.
Okay, Shelomith.
Okay, it's my turn. Have we asked you your favorite hobby yet?
Favorite hobby? Teaching you guys.
What?
And
That's my new favorite hobby. No other hobby beats this.
and also, when you were smaller, have you ever liked being flexible doing gymnastics?
Whoa. Okay, so I do stretches. I love to stretch. That's one of the exercises that I like, apart from walking, brisk walking. I love to do stretches. Yes. I stretch a lot.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Muna, your question.
So, if your voice had a superpower, what would it be?
If my voice had a superpower,
Yeah.
so guess what? My voice is a superpower because when you listen to my voice, you like me. Go ask everybody who's heard me speak. You like me. So my voice is that superpower that draws people in. They like me. They want to listen to me more. And yes, they just like me. They listen.
Okay, so
It's
we'll
a
go
super,
for
it's a superpower that draws people and make them listen.
okay, so it's kind of like people like you when you speak. Interesting.
People love me, Josh.
Okay, people love you when you speak.
Yes.
Okay, so
That
we'll
So
each
so
ask
so
you.
so, so my voice has a 1000% likability quotient. Yes, quote me.
Okay.
Coach Joy, your new title
Yes.
has become the Sass Queen.
yeah.
What?
So when we do our meetings, you don't expect me to call you Coach Joy anymore.
Okay, what do you want to call me?
Sass Queen or Slave Queen.
Sasquatch. Okay, I'm going to find out. No, care to tell us what that means? What does Sasquatch mean?
It means you're so sassy and you're the queen of sass after me, of course.
Okay, that's fine, Shelomith. It's okay. As parents, we all want our children to be greater than us. So yes, Shelomith, you are the queen of SARS queens.
Okay, so we'll all ask you one more question, then we'll start wrapping
Okay.
up the session. So
Okay.
my question is, what is your favorite childhood memory?
Favorite
Oh,
childhood memory. Favorite childhood
Yeah,
memory.
man.
You are going to love this.
Okay.
So, like I mentioned earlier, I grew up in Kano State. Kano State is up north, and I had most of my growing days there. And I lived in the university quarters because my father worked in the university, Bayero University, Kano. And interesting fact is that I went to primary school in Bayero University. So just listen to this. I went to Bayero University primary school, Bayero University secondary school, and then eventually Bayero University. So yes, I did
Oh,
everything. I did everything in Bayero University. And so I remember I think I was in grade 3 or maybe grade 4. And I was growing up, I was kind of a shy person. I used to be really shy. I didn't like spotlights. So I didn't
you're like
like
my
to be asked
sister.
any question. Interesting fact. I didn't like to be asked any question. I didn't want anybody noticing me. I just wanted to be like an invincible person, just walk around, come to school, do what I need to do, the basic things, and then leave. And so there were a bunch of girls that used to pick on me. I could be eating and they would just come and take my food and run away. You know all those things they do, right?
Hmm.
Take my food, run away. They just liked to pick on me. And so I had had enough. I had had it up to here. And so this particular day, my father usually comes, he just walks from his office and then comes pick me from the school. So I was probably in grade 2 or 3. So because when I got to grade 4, I could walk myself and go to his office. So he was on his way and I sighted him. And this particular day, the girls were bullying, making jest of me, pulling my bag and doing all sorts. And so immediately I saw my father coming from afar. I turned and I gave one of the girls a beating I think she would live to remember. The other girls, the other girls took to their heels, but that one, oh, I gave her a beating. Guys, I gave her a beating. That was the last time, Shelomith, I got respect. And I did this because this boldness was inspired by the fact that I saw my father coming from afar, right? Because I know even if the girls had held me, my dad was just by the corner. So just knowing that you have someone in your corner, someone who is cheering you on, someone who is telling you that your voice matters, someone who inspires you to keep speaking, to keep showing up, to keep doing all that you want to do, all that you dream to do. Having someone in your corner cheering you on will always be something that makes you want to do more. It inspires you to become. So having the academy as an environment that helps you become better in your public speaking is something that every child deserves. Is a gift. I say it again. It's a gift that every child deserves. And at this moment, I just want to say a very big thank you to each of your parents. Onyinye Stephen Go, and then Samira Abdullahi, and the tech mom, Olivia. Thank you so much for just being the people that cheer these children up to become who everyone is seeing today, to become these amazing young people that these children are growing to become, leading change and just inspiring others. And guys, I'm so proud to be your mentor. Josh, I'm so proud. I don't know if I should be ending it or you guys are going to be, but
Coach
please
Joe,
just
I have one more question and two more things to say.
okay, please go on.
So let me start with the interesting thing that you said from your thing you just shared. It says, Coach Joy, how you gave them a bit thing in the UK? It's not like you could easily go up to somebody in your school and fight them, because if you do, you're gonna be in big trouble. But once you're in Nigeria, like the teachers won't really punish you that much.
Yeah, but I don't think violence solves every problem. I think that
Mm-hmm.
was just like a lucky time because your dad was right there.
My dad was right there, and those girls had done a lot to me that I cannot begin to put into words, right? And of course,
Okay.
at that time, I was still a little girl, and it was just the next best thing to do at that point. They were pulling my hair, pulling my dress, and doing all sorts. And so, because I saw my father coming, I was like, okay, this is my opportunity. And I just grabbed it as a child, right? So,
Okay.
yes, violence doesn't solve anything. Of course, if someone is bullying you, you can report, and you ensure, because your voice matters, you must speak up. And I mentioned earlier on that bullies do not target people who are assertive. Bullies target people who are shy, who hide, who are unable to speak up for themselves or for others. That is they know their victim. They know their victims. And so no, they don't target people like you. Nah. So I told you earlier that when I was growing up, I just wanted to hide. I didn't want the spotlight. I didn't ask any questions. I didn't answer any, right? But basically, growing up into myself, as a matter of fact, I decided to find myself as an adult. Yes. I always had that streak of, wanting to speak because my internship, I did it at a radio house. And if you don't know, I started hosting events right from my camp days, and that was like 20 years ago. 20, over 2 decades ago. From the NYC camp, I started hosting events. Yes.
Joy, that is
Yes, baby.
amazing. Amazing,
Mm-hmm.
amazing, amazing. And my second question that I mean, there's this story I want to share with you of how one day my mom was getting bullied. Then she came back, told her father. Then and then those friends, those bullies came around, acting like they were her friends. Then my mom told her father that they were actually their friends, and my mom told me that I should have seen how my her father chased all of them out of the house. He was running, and when they saw him chasing after them, they just went flying because they knew what was gonna happen.
Okay.
Certainly.
So
Yes,
now
babe.
it's time for us to start wrapping up. So thank you, Coach Joy, for joining us. And one final question: If you could give
Final question.
if you could give one gift to every child in the world, what would that be?
Public speaker. If I could give one gift to a child, or to give one gift to children all over the world, and that's what I'm doing. So come the 27th of May, which is Children's Day, I don't know about globally, but then
Woo!
we're going to be celebrating it globally. I want to celebrate children all over the world, and so I want to put this little gift in their hands, the gift that their voices matter, and help be the catalyst that's going to make them speak up, use that voice to create the change that the world needs. Okay, so if I could give one gift to every child in the world, is to give them the gift of public speaking, the gift that their voices matter, the gift that they can share their opinion fearlessly with the world, speak boldly, stand up, and speak up. And when they do speak up, shining is inevitable.
Okay, so once again, thank you, Coach Joy, for joining us in this YouTube
You.
Takeover session. Thank you, Shelomith and Muna, for co hosting this session along with me. And I encourage everyone to join us at our Children's Day session on May 27th. Everybody, have a good rest of the day and good night.
Wait,
Wait,
wait, wait, wait,
wait.
wait. Coach Joy, I just need to tell you that we have to do this type of interview again. And please, if we're doing it again, you always have to do with me.
Wait,
Okay.
wait, wait, Coach Joy.
Yes,
Look,
Mona.
it's time. It's actually finally time for the question. Why this session was hosted. How did you start coaching children to use their voice?
How did I start coaching children? I started the Pro Speak Life Academy. That's how I started. And guess what? At the Pro Speak Life Academy, I first of all started with adults. And then I got
Actually,
the inspiration. Yes, I got the inspiration that it was not adults, some adults, it was kind of like too late for most of them. So it was best to go get the younger generation and raise them so that they don't become adults who shy away from opportunities. So a lot of adults shy away from opportunities, miss opportunities just because they cannot stand up and speak out. And
Wait,
so that's how I started.
I have just one more question for the day.
Okay, we going
Um,
to close tonight?
yes, we are.
I think we want to sleep here.
Just
I think that we're definitely doing this again, and it's
just
been an interesting time. We are
just
definitely doing this again.
just one more question for the day until we
Yes, please.
actually end up with Josh. So, were you the troublemaker at school, or like when you got to like secondary school, elementary school, high school?
She had to stop being the troublemaker, or else detention will come for her every day and beating from the teacher.
No, no, I wasn't a troublemaker. I wasn't
Okay.
a troublemaker. I was maybe a noisemaker. I love to talk. Yeah, so one thing I could do even back then is that I could talk. I could talk. And so usually there'll be a list of noisemakers in the class, and my name will always appear first. So my teachers got tired one time and they just like, okay, Joy, you be the one to take the list of the people making noise in class. Okay. And so that way I avoided writing my own name. And I'll ensure that everybody just keeps quiet in class and study, focus on studies. Any more questions? I hope not.
Wait,
Uh,
Okay,
one
I
more.
think I have one more question.
Wait, wait, Shelomith, can I go first then you?
Okay.
So, what was your favorite song growing up?
Okay, someone asked that in the chat earlier. What was my favorite song growing up? Did I have a favorite song? No.
Same. I don't have a
I
favorite
don't
song. I
have-
just like to sing.
You just like to sing, right? I
Yeah, like
think,
all songs.
yeah, I loved to sing growing up, but I don't think I remember a favorite song. No. But someone was asking what's my favorite song right now. No turning back, no turning back. You guys go listen to that song, No Turning Back.
I was
By
listening to that this morning.
It's trending everywhere. Go listen to it. I love it. I love it right now. It's trending.
Coach Joy, when you were in school,
Yes.
will they say that you are the ones that when they bring up a new song that you'll be the first to spread the gossip, spread the news about it, and do all the
No. No, not me. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Let's allow Josh to wrap up this session.
Yes.
Thank you guys for having me. I had fun, and it's great. It's obvious when you guys are becoming Josh, Shelomith, Muna, you're becoming leaders, and the world is going to stand still and listen to every single one of you because your voices matter. I love you so much. Thank you for having me tonight, and we definitely have to do this again. So bye, guys. I'm going to let you wrap up.
Bye.
Thank you, Coach Joy.
Bye.
Bye, Shelomith. Thank you, Muna.
Bye, Josh. Bye, Muna.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Night. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I hope you have a great night and a great week ahead.